Hello there and welcome back to AC's Make and Repair. Well, this is the little shelf above my metal turning lathe. In the video last time that I showed you with the lighting, I noticed it was quite a mess, and I've been thinking for some time to make some little drawers to store all of these loose little items. So today we're going to get stuck into that, and you can come along with me and have a look at what I do to make these little drawers quite effective. I emptied them and removed them from the wall. Started measuring them up. I'd already cut a piece of ply to the depth of the carcass to a short length. I marked off the lengths I wanted and cut a centre mullion. I was going to do 7 drawers in this small area on the bottom right hand corner. I applied glue to the vertical divider I'd already cut, and using the shelf that I'd cut with the offcut off this, I used it as a spacer and I nailed it into position. Then you move the shelf as a spacer to the top and nail the top of the centre divider. I later screwed the top and the bottom of the same divider for good support and strength. I worked out what I wanted in drawers, and I actually cut another shelf to accommodate 3 rows of drawers, 3 little ones on the bottom and 2 rows of 2 larger ones on the top. I organised the spacer and nailed these shelves in position. Next, I measured to work out the height of my drawers and also the width of the drawers where they were to meet in the middle. I allow a fair bit of play, just loose fit, so you don't have to struggle pulling them in and out. I marked the centres of the top shelves and I divided the bottom one into 3 equal positions for 3 small drawers. Now it's off to the saw bench. I cut down some strips to the length of the sides of the drawers and the bottoms. I then cut the sides down. Then using my chop saw I cut some ends as well. You have to calculate the width of your sides and minus that off for your faces and the backs of your drawers. Also for the base of your drawer as well. I was using 8mm plywood that I had left over. They were just offcuts, and I tend to keep a lot of offcuts of plywood because they come in handy for little jobs like this. This is more than ample for what I wanted to do and what I needed for the job at hand. Now for starting assembly. I started by nailing the sides and the fronts and the backs together. It's a bit of a fiddly job. I had to make the fronts lower because I wanted to to use that as the pull by making the front a bit smaller than the back of the drawer. So I minused about 3/4 of an inch on the front and the back. I nailed these all together using a small C-brad, very small fine gauge. I actually started off with 1.25" or 30mm first, and then it's very hard to nail this thin stuff. You've got to watch because it can skew out the side, which I did a few times. So I went down to 1 inch, which was far better, or 25mm. So I nailed all the drawers together, and as you'll see in this footage. I then slipped the base of the drawer in, pressing it firmly to the bottom, ensuring that it was flush at the bottom when I nailed it all around. I didn't glue any of this stuff. I didn't see the necessity for gluing the base in. I glued all the sides, but not the base. For the weight it's going to be carrying, it's minimal. And then I nail it down every side. When I assemble a drawer like this or a carcass like this, I always check for flush with my fingers and thumbs as I go along, but I remove them out of the road as I'm nailing. I've had a few unfortunate little accidents over the year where a nail, especially a finished nail, which light gauge, they hit a little knot or something and it skews out, and if you don't watch it, it'll end up through your finger. So it pays to be careful when you do something like this, but always check for flush as you assemble. Saves a lot of work, sanding etc. later and planing back to fit. There you have it, 3 smaller drawers and the 4 bigger drawers complete to this stage. I'm going to now bevel the front edge down to the front of the drawer. So the front I created lower than the back, so I could use that as a pull instead of installing a knob. Sometimes I cut a half moon out. So it's now off to the bandsaw. I mark a 45° on the front edge using a combination square. Then I cut that line with the bandsaw, and later you'll see I sanded back nice and neat with the disc sander. Here's the drawers done. I later print some labels just on plain paper and put them on the front of the drawers with PVA glue. That way if they just wear out or change over time, I can just either stick another one straight over top or reprint another one. Here's some drawers I made some years back for all my screw combinations, and I've got many drawers that I've done for screws, as you can see here, and different other fasteners that I use in construction of stuff. Very handy thing to make up for your workshop. Took some time to do it, but well and truly worth it. And as you see, I've labelled them just the same simple way. Even numbered the boxes. That way if somebody's helping me, I can say, get number box, number such and such, and because you get used to which box is what too. Some of these drawers have up to 3 compartments for different size and length screws. This little set of parts drawers I numbered with an alphabetical key to show me what was in what drawer. This is another set of drawers I also had for odd things. Very handy. Yeah, thanks for joining me on the video today. As you can see, it's neating that area up. They're quite a simple little drawer to make. Like the other ones I've showed you are quite easy too. I've made quite a lot over the years, and they really tidy up your workshop for things that you want to organise. It's definitely a big improvement on what it was before. So if you like the video, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell so you know when other videos have come up already. Till then, I'll catch you on the next one.